Alrighty. Howdy ho, folks. Multiversal Medium here for another episode of Silent Hope. Last episode, I went into a freaking part of the dungeon I probably shouldn't have, and spent like 10 minutes healing off screen, really. Basically what it equated to. Because one of my buffs lets me auto heal. This episode, I'm hoping, just hoping we can actually finish this part. We'll see how it goes exactly. I also rambled nonsensically about breathing moments in media. Meanwhile, in an episode of Harvestella that should be going up kind of around the same time, not exactly certain, I crap talked that game for having a moment that had nothing to do with the plot. All it did was like try to be comic relief, but it did nothing for the plot. I find it astounding the amount of other series Harvestella leaks into just with me complaining. Oh gosh, yeah, nope. Nope. Through. Nope, I need to. Oh gosh, come on. Nope. Oh, come on. That is what it is. Oh, guess we weren't finishing that. It is what it is. And it sounds counterintuitive that this one moment in Harvestella. KO consequences. When your HP hits 0 and you have no healing potions, you'll suffer a KO. You'll then warp back to base camp, but also lose some of the items you've collected. Only some? Do I still have those stones? Whatever. We still have some some memories of stuff. Okay. Yeah.
Welcome back. Why don't you just focus on resting and recovering for now?
Yeah, collect all this stuff. Yep. That bottom left thing is definitely an EXP thing that I was mentioning earlier. That means
see the finished product.
Constantly keep something going.
The sound of
that's smart.
Carved is delightfully hypnotic. Don't you agree?
Anyways, it feels counterintuitive. Basically, say this one game's breathing moment does not fit what I was just talking about last episode.
Who knows what's happening inside this one?
Meanwhile, I think it's become pretty obvious that my actual issue with Harvestella isn't exactly the things going on in it, but in fact, the way the things going on in it are being handled. They just aren't being handled well. There's like nothing written well in that game. And there's nothing being done properly in that game. It's constant, and I mean constantly.
When you hear the phrase "king of all crops," nothing beats the humble turnip.
Poorly handled storytelling, amongst other things. Let's see here.
I mean, the king absolutely loved to cook. He'd dream up new recipes all the time and record them in a little notebook.
Okay, that's interesting.
He illustrated them.
So basically, cooking-wise, we only had one of the boiled eggs we took, even though we took 2. And I think it gave a plus 10% boost.
Think of it, all those recipe notes you used while
just
cooking looked awfully
for all of us.
I wonder, could they be...
As she just randomly drops deep lore stuff that may tie into other things in the background. Interesting. But basically, it seems we can only equip one of each type of food to get the buff from it, and it will only take up one of the foods we made. So good to know, good to know. Needs eggs. That only needs 1. It needs 1. It's 2.
Give everyone a chance to show off their skills with a cooking contest someday.
May as well make
Just
that
seeing
stuff.
makes me hungry.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And crafting
I
wise,
could watch
let's
people
see
make
here.
equipment forever. Every process is so fascinating.
Suppose I could make that. Magic resistance. Just better equipment, so may as well. It's not that great, but whatever. I don't have enough money for that, actually. I haven't been paying attention to the money. So that's what it is. This dude. Hey, not for nothing, but you're getting your regular equips back. Yeah, you can keep the earring. Whatever. Have her put that on and
Try all sorts of styles.
this on.
That looks lovely on you.
Don't have any replacement for the pitchfork yet. Yeah, I think we're good. Gaze into the abyss and change foods to that.
Each dish has its
Yeah.
own unique effect.
And
So consider
good to go.
which will help you most. Take care.
Good to go. Anyways, yeah, it feels weird because Harvestella does some of this stuff. It's just not handled well, and my main issue with Harvestella, like I said, is that it doesn't handle anything well. It's not written well. It's not designed well. It's 100% just empty promises and really crappily handled everything that it is. Oh yeah, that extra crit's nice. But yeah, it is kind of funny how much Harvestella leaks into my other Let's Plays. And it's kind of just because I don't think I ever have a single moment when it comes to Harvestella where I don't have something to talk about. As much as I find that game like impossible in various ways and just like insufferable, like the constant telling, not showing of every aspect of it, all the characters just not being proper characters besides like one of them, the stupidest writing that's constantly going on, the endless like going back and contradicting itself in every single cutscene, so on and so forth. It's always something to bring up and talk about, though. Like, it's freaking astounding. I've said multiple times that this AAA studio game is this poorly handled and managed. This game by the devs that everyone consider like the go-to best when it comes to JRPGs, like the granddaddy of what people consider JRPG games and stuff, that studio just cannot for the life of them apparently make a decent game called Harvestella. Like, frick, I don't know when this episode's going up because I lost count of how many episodes of Silent Hope we've been doing. I'm just kind of playing at this point. It's fun. It's actually fun. Something Harvestella is not. But in one of the episodes of Harvestella, there's just a frickin' bit of Japanese text in one of the UI elements. Just one of the UI elements has Japanese text for some reason, which is appalling. It's really just appalling. And I checked, like I said it in game, that I'm pretty certain like Harvestella is up to date on my system, because I do that before starting any of these recordings. Like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna record this game, I'm gonna download all the updates for it because I obviously should have it up to date and as non-buggy as it could be, with the exception of Skyrim, which should always be in a more and more buggy state because it's hilarious that way. Anyways, as I was saying, before starting this game, I did check. Yeah, Harvestella is perfectly up to date. There are no more updates for it. It just has Japanese text in an area of the game that the players feel compelled to go to because of how the game's designed. Like, it's astounding. It's like they didn't care about the game, but they marketed it as if they super cared about it, and it was like this new thing they were working towards. And they just weren't. They don't care about it. They've never cared about it. And it's paired with how a lot of frickin' Square Enix games have been recently. Like, heck, I pointed out issues I had with Dragon Quest Treasures that Harvestella also did. Like, it's not like Dragon Quest was beyond such as well. And I think that's something somebody who watches Harvestella might not fully comprehend immediately. Because I tear into that game, and the first episode is like, I'm going to tear into this game. Basically, like, I'm only tearing into things that are outright unacceptable by the company. If there are decent things in that game, or any game I'm playing, I will praise it, even if it's a bad game. It doesn't matter if the game's bad or not. If it has a good moment or a properly handled story bit, I will praise it for it, and I will point it out if I notice it. It's just so rare in that game, and that's why I'm ragging on it. But yeah, even if there's a game I super like, and I super enjoyed, and it's like, yeah, this is my bread and butter, I'm still going to point out issues with it. I can't be super unbiased in every regard about everything. I have biases. But those biases are not going to make me ignore a failing in front of me. And I think that's something that's kind of an issue when people critique or like review things. Because the inverse is also true. Those biases are not going to beat 15 monsters before reaching the next floor. Okay, yeah, sure. Was kind of planning on it. Those biases are not going to make me ignore the greater aspects of a piece of media as well. There's no reason to. I can dislike something and still find good in it. I can like something and still find something bad in it. And it's just, I feel like media and a lot of things in just our world nowadays constantly tell us we either need to 100% hate everything about it or be 100% there's nothing wrong with it in any way, shape, or form. And that's just absurd. There is nothing out there that is a 10 out of 10. There is nothing out there that is perfect, and that's okay. There's nothing out there that just is without fault. And there's nothing out there that doesn't have merit. That's the other inverse. There are good things in negative aspects. But gosh, do you not see it almost ever come up when it comes to reviewing things nowadays? Like, even comedically. And I'm certain if some of you guys are watching this and also watched Harvestella, first off, thank you. Cool. Appreciate it. Always like, ooh, we got a question mark memory? Mementos. Use the Great Crystal's light to purify items that malice has tainted beyond recognition with the appraise option. Okay. Like, is that something I'm gonna have to do back home? Probably. But also you're probably thinking like, you rarely if ever praise anything in Harvestella. It's like, there's rarely if ever anything to praise. But I think first episode went on like a limb and it was like, the music's good. The art style isn't bad. The designs for like the characters are bad. I think an episode right around the time I'm recording this went up where I bashed character design for like 5+ minutes because it's a relevant character design. It makes zero sense. Because character design's supposed to make you comprehend what that character is or who they are as an individual. Especially when it comes to media, a character's design should fully help you comprehend what to expect from them. And I know actual individuals are more multifaceted than that, but let's just look at these gecko enemies we're fighting. We have ones with 2 weapons and ones with rods, as well as ones with bows and arrows. What can we deduce from that? Well, obviously the 2-weapon ones are melee, the rod ones are magic users, and the bow and arrow ones are archers. Pretty effing simple. We add on to that fact that they're different colors, and it's easy to determine and differentiate what kind of enemies we're going against anytime we see a group of enemies. Super easy to determine and differentiate. But it goes a bit beyond just like enemy design. Having characters, like humanoid characters and stuff, whether they're allies or enemies, and not having something, it doesn't need to be as obvious, but having something to differentiate and comprehend what is this character's like ideology and philosophy. Like heck, this girl, her outfit doesn't exactly scream farmer. But she's carrying a pitchfork, she's wearing kind of woolly clothes and has like cute work boots or whatever. It's enough to realize she's working in a field. It's enough to differentiate that. It's not the best design, no, but I know pitchfork, work boots, possibly working with animals and wearing a woolly outfit. You know, cool, fine, farmer. If that's what you say she is, I could believe it and I can see it. It's just some JRPGs refuse that simplicity through and through, and it's absurd. Cool. Oh, nice memory. Okay, cool. And gosh, I can't believe I'm spending another episode just talking about Harvestella. Need to wrap this up. Basically, like, I think society as a whole just needs to be willing to accept good and bad from things and stop being all in one way or another. Even with, like, how you feel about people. Like, everything has more facets than just black and white, man. The world and life are a series of grays. And it just, even your view of how those grays look differentiates from others, man. It's just life and everything in general. And the quicker people realize that, the further I think we as a society could go. Like, seriously. We need to stop being overly obsessed with, like, the majority of individuals think this is bad, so we all need to think this is bad. Okay, yeah, I think I'd have to go back to town to properly, get that thing appraised, which makes sense, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. Get this dude handled, and I think this is the end of the stage right over here. There we go. Yeah, right here. Good stuff. I was debating, low-key, going over the footage of my earlier Let's Plays and doing a proper review for each and every one. It's something to possibly consider down the road. Right now, I don't have the time for it. I really don't. Use Butterfly Buddy 2 times before reaching the next floor. Oh yeah, man. He's my Butterfly Buddy. Of course I'll use him 2 times. He's the most butterfly of all buddies. Butterfly buddy, go! Looking adorable. Anyways, it was just something I do kind of plan on doing. I do have a bit of issue with it with some of my series, sadly. That mainly being, it wasn't until like Mach and X, or after Mach and X and Bard's Tale, when I finally started properly messing up how I was recording audio, or should I say switching it up. Finny the Fish, my first series, Mach and X, Bard's Tale, my second and third series. All three of them have like merged audio for both the game audio and the voiceover audio, which just is what it is. Wish I didn't do that, but you know, learning. Oh, that's still locked. Let's increase the number of status effects. Like, I'm pretty certain I'm only guaranteed one status effect via snack time, and constantly leveling this up is just increasing the chance of more and more and them actually spawning. So it's good to level up. It's just poison chance. I think snack time, yeah. Skill level up. Need 3. Effect duration up. Finally getting that. That's what I was hoping for. But yeah, it's upsetting that's how I handled the audio, but like also this entire channel, even now, is still kind of like a learning process. I look at other people's videos online now and I'm starting to comprehend how they're made. Because the entire time I'm handling this channel and handling various aspects of it, I'm learning editing because I'm my own editor. I'm learning how to better handle audio. It wasn't until like very recently I learned about audio ducking, which if you're not like recording things or editing things doesn't make sense whatever to you, because it's just gobbledygook term wise. But it's basically some of my episodes, including this one, you may have noticed the game audio kind of dipped down, whether like I'm talking or not. The times when it's not me talking and it ducked down, I edited out something I was saying. Like it was me like sneezing or something. But basically, I finally got around to setting it up just recently, like the past 2 or so months, that when I'm talking into the mic, the game audio and stuff I'm recording has lesser audio so you can better hear me. And that seems like, oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. Well, I never knew it was a thing. Like I said, this entire setup, this entire channel is learning. It's getting better. It's trying to have a better episode out tomorrow than is out today, and a better, higher quality audio out tomorrow, a different type of project out next month. It's constantly challenging myself to do better and be better, which sounds a whole lot like I'm just being narcissistic by saying that. I don't like that. That feels like I'm like tooting my own horn. That's not exactly what I mean. Yeah, I don't like saying I did great in any regard. I'll occasionally pretend to be like boisterous and super overly proud of what I do, but I can't take a compliment worth a damn. I really can't. I'm not one of those individuals. This is the end of this area, but next floor doesn't have a crystal if I'm looking at the map right. I think the little teardrops on the floors on the map to the right is the crystals there. So the next one doesn't have a crystal, and the one after that I think has a boss as well as a leaf crystal. So I think we're going to call it here. We got a lot of loot. And head back to town, try and craft stuff. Because I don't want to lose all my loot as well as my random thing that needs to be appraised. But yeah, I can't take a compliment worth a dang, yo. So, it feels weird saying like, yeah, I'm putting in all this effort. I don't like talking about myself that way. Feels like I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm doing so much. Why don't you like me? I want to be popular. It's like, no, I'm just trying. And I hope it's starting to show on the channel that like it's getting better quality. Heck, I think a majority of the first Harvestella videos, I didn't even know they were in poor video quality. Like, quite literally, I didn't know until I was recording an episode of Dread Delusion that, like, my OBS setup completely went from, like, the quality I was okay with to potato quality recording-wise. It just got rid of all my settings and went to, like, minimum default settings across the board. Because my computer frickin' like had an aneurysm one day. And like I think all my Harvestella videos are just that video quality until around the time these videos are coming out. Like midway through December. And it's upsetting. I'm not replaying Harvestella and I can't get that same like snap and just rage at the various things in Harvestella via re-recording. That would be very disingenuous. So I'm willing to keep up the stuff that I did poorly on my channel because it's a learning process. I'm not creme de la creme. I'm just trying to slowly get better. Appraising items. The abyss contains mementos. A thick coat of malice obscures the item's original purpose. Purify and appraise them at the Great Crystal to reveal their true nature. Cool. Touch the Great Crystal. Ooh, change and unlock new classes. Challenge missions. Well, first appraise.
Imagining what it could be has me so excited.
I think it costs 300 runes or whatever to appraise, so...
Wow.
Yeah, sure.
What an excellent piece of equipment.
Practice memory. Just a super rare staff. Oh, it's a legendary rank staff. Okay. That's cool.
I hope it's something good.
Change class. Fulfill specific requirements to unlock new classes. Changing classes will change a character's outfit, stats, as well as unlock new skills. Oh, okay. So, yeah, her stuff. To be a geomancer.
Whether it's for ease of use or the outfit alone.
Unlocked by defeating the shadow lurking in the depths of the abyss. Unlocked at level 15. Okay, so, fighter.
Classes and skills to
Unlocked by defeating the shadow lurking in Okay, so... it seems like if I'm going to 100% this game, you need to beat
Whether it's for ease of use,
possibly the final boss with each character. That's okay. Get them to either level 15 or defeat the final boss with them.
Once you
Change their class.
You can unlock new classes.
Okay. I'm wondering if you're able to use the base class's skills or not.
Whatever you pick is the right choice.
Which honestly, I'd like to be able to use the skills that I've unlocked in the base class, but I have a feeling it's going to be something like
So many classes and skills to choose from.
Get her up to level 15, and then switching to this is actually just going to make me like level 1 again, in a sense, possibly.
Once you meet the
Or maybe level 15, but I'm not going to be able to use any of the warrior skills when I do that. That's how I'm going to assume it's going to be. And yeah, it seems across the board.
You're so lucky.
Level 15 and...
Try on a new outfit?
basically
Oh, never
beat the
mind.
final boss.
Just talking to myself.
We never checked out the Wanderer skills. Spin Slash, a spin attack that knocks away enemies around you.
Once
Little
you get
chill
good at it,
tackle.
you can unlock new classes.
Bash enemies and stun them. Temporarily reduce damage taking. Okay. So jump slash, dodge enemy attacks with a big forward jump.
Oh, trying a different class for a change?
Shield throw, throw your shield at enemies. It will track them and reappear at your side after 2 hits. That's okay, yeah. I've always liked homing stuff because I can't aim worth dig.
Classes and skills
Antibodies.
to choose from.
Temporarily increase resistance to all status elements. Okay. That may be able to be upgraded to the point where it heals you. Drifter, air cutter.
You're so
Release a
lucky.
cutting wave of air in front of you.
On a new outfit?
Shield counter.
Oh, never mind. Just
Put your shield and reduce damage received. If hit, you will automatically counterattack. Payback. Temporarily increases attack power and gain HP depending on damage dealt.
so many classes and
Yeah, cool,
skills
cool.
to choose from.
Like, yeah. Okay. Is that like glitching out? No, he's a bomber, so that like that's a lit fuse right there. Okay.
You can unlock new classes.
I'd be so bummed when I lose snack time, man. I love snack time. So snacky. Challenge missions. Earn rewards by completing missions. To defeat specific enemies or craft a certain number of items. You unlock more missions as you progress through the game. Okay.
Having clear goals motivates you to do more.
That's okay. Collect a specific number of recipes. Okay. Baked yam rice ball.
I'll have new missions from time to time.
The
So make
abyss.
sure to
So,
check them every once in a while.
okay, so there's quests for the abyss as well as base camp. Okay. Accept all. You received all available rewards. I like that it lets you accept all the rewards at once. That's nice. Oh, we just need to collect one more recipe, and then we'll get a baked ramen,
It shows
ramen and
just
rice
how
ball.
much you've improved.
Okay. Cool. And novice fighter.
I'll have new missions from time to time. So make sure to check them every once in a while.
Okay, so leveling up each class will give us rewards. So on and so forth. It kind of seems like the game
Goals motivates you to do more.
upon overcoming every obstacle, use the designated job to slay a specific number of monsters. Armor or its
Missions from
upgrade.
time to time. So
Okay, cool,
make sure
cool.
to check them every once in a while.
Yeah, it seems the game kind of wants you to play every class and slowly level them all up,
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
which is
Complete
fine.
the objective, and I'll give you a wonderful prize.
Is there another thing here? What we got going on? More challenge missions? Oh, I guess that gave me a... That apparently gave me a recipe amongst one of those, so
Missions from time to time.
there we go.
So make sure to check them every once in a while.
Cool. Yo, it's a little cow over here. What you doing, Moo Moo? If we were playing Story of Seasons or something, I'd name you Steak. Don't cry over it.
Oh, no, I'm all right. Sometimes I just, suffer from a bout of melancholy. That's all.
Yeah. Would you prefer if I named them, like,
Wait to see how it turns out.
I don't know, Burger?
I hope you're working.
And now you guys fully comprehend my naming setup. When it comes to
Delicious.
Story of Season games and any sort of game with
To advance while you're exploring the abyss,
farm animals.
if you don't mind.
Name chicken things like nuggets and chicken legs, fried chicken. That's my naming scheme. It's 100% my naming scheme.
Thank you.
And I love it. I 100% love it.
If you don't mind. How curious that wood retains so much of its natural warmth regardless of its final form. It's sturdy, versatile, and aesthetically pleasing.
Wood carries its natural warmth.
Production will continue to advance while you're exploring the abyss.
Sure. Whatever. Take your word for it. Let's see here. Ooh, got a blue pitchfork? Heck yeah, man.
You have plenty of time, so think carefully about what you want.
Strength and attack speed plus 15% and 5%, or 2.5. Cool. Bow.
Attack and defense are important, but so are any additional effects.
Okay, yeah.
Don't forget to consider that as well.
Toxic Blossom as well as Material Stone. First and foremost,
Shines like the stars.
yes. I'm amazed we're able to craft a legendary thing, and I'm kind of amazed we got a legendary thing. I'm gonna be holding off on
So think carefully about what you
using the caster dude for a minute, so I feel bad. I just want to keep exploring as
Making equipment for 7 people must be tricky. While I'd love to help out,
I want to keep playing as the farmer, basically.
but I can
Just like indefinitely. But I know this game's super asking you to basically just keep up on everyone, so I feel bad. I kind of feel like I need to, one, keep everyone outfitted, and two, keep everyone leveled.
Equipment.
Let's get this
Your
going.
equipment's ready.
Cool as this.
Wow, what a stunning piece of equipment.
I don't think we need this wand. We can actually break that down.
You must consider many factors when making something new.
Let's hold off on the
Materials to pull it off.
other, what was it? Ooh, equipping Magistones. Press X to set Magistone in gear slots. Magistones attached to weapons change their attack element. While Magistones attached to rings change their defense element. Cool. Well, first equip that too. We got a Void Stone, which would increase attack speed. Bolt Stone.
There's nothing wrong with color coordinating your outfit and equipment.
Strength. Experience.
It really suits
Get some experience. And let's get max HP, dodge.
Stones to change your equipment's
Yeah, there.
element.
Anyways, I feel like I should keep holding out,
That looks
upgrading
lovely on you.
their equipment until we get, let's say,
Ready to try all sorts of
colored
stuff.
equipment for everyone as opposed to just the white stone equipment.
Ooh, that looks lovely on you.
And from there, kind of just
It really
do what
suits you.
else. Did I ever? No, I never got a better one. Never made a better one, I should say. Anyways, guys, it's been an episode. Another just rambling whatever nonsense. I'll talk to you all in another episode of Silent Hope, where we silently hope to keep going deeper and deeper into an abyss, I guess. But
Everyone a chance to show off their skills.
until then,
Doesn't that sound like fun to you?
I think we're gonna call it here. And I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.